So thank you all for coming, and the Beachside Press is hosting this debate so people can learn a little bit more about the candidates. So you guys want to just start by introducing yourselves, saying maybe a fact about you that we might not know otherwise.
Well, I'm Flecha-Hirsch, and I'm a junior at GFA, and I've been to 3 different schools, so I have a really good idea of how to bring and incorporate different ideas into the GFA environment.
My name is Garner, and I'm also a junior at GFA. And I've been at GFA my entire life, kindergarten through 11th and now 12th grade. And I'm involved with many different activities at school, sports, performing arts, different types of classes. So I have a wide variety of experience to bring to this council.
My name is Shepard. I'm a junior. You might not know, I'm a very passionate artist, and I've been doing this for a while, and I bring a lot of dedication to the things I love. And yeah, I think I could bring that same dedication to this council.
Okay, great. So we'll just start off by asking, what do you think the most important role of the student council is in the daily lives of the students? So if anybody wants to answer first. All right,
well, I personally think student council acts as the voice of the students to the administration and to the teachers, so they're able to voice concerns of students academically, with issues regarding activities, discipline, all kinds of different things that a student would have in their life at GFA. And I also think that the student chair in particular is the moderator of the student council more than anything, and they're involved with making sure that the student council stays on track and that everything's running smoothly and things are accomplished in an effective manner.
I agree.
Anything else that you would agree with or disagree with or add on to?
I'd agree with Clay, and basically the student council's job is to make sure that the lines of communication are open at all times between faculty and the students, and that's what we're really here for, and that's what we're trying to work for.
I think we as a student council need to hear what the administration can do and what we can make changes in, and tell that to the student body so they know what's worth spending time on and what we can actually change, because we need to be like a filter and give them like reasonable changes.
Okay, so the student council doesn't have a ton of specific issues that it deals with, or at least students don't really know about some of those. So what do you think are the most important issues that you would focus on as student council chair? Annie?
Currently we're having a lot of feedback with teachers not posting things timely in enough matter of time before assignments are due, and I know students seem to be more stressed out than usual is what we've been hearing. So just making sure that the students feel comfortable talking to their teachers, and if not, if we can facilitate conversation between the students and teachers.
In addition to what Annie has to say, I also believe that the student council is really responsible for making fun events for the school. I think that Pack the House this year and the year before that was an excellent addition to our school's calendar, and if elected chair, I would definitely try and make more events of that kind of sort. And I think events like Pack the House really bring spirit and participation at our school up. So.
Mike?
I agree, we should organize events that are more worthwhile and that everybody wants to participate in, and people really need to be sure, like get them to pay money ahead of time and be committed to these events, and we need to know that they're going to show up, and in order to effectively use our budget.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like you guys all approach the student council position from a fairly similar standpoint. So I would like to know what sets you apart from the other candidates. So let's start with Mike.
I've got some innovative ideas, like maybe we could more frequently address the student body. Maybe just like you guys are posting this to the conference, we could begin doing video addresses and posting it to the conferences, or having a YouTube channel where students can check in and see what's actually going on with student council and the administration, and what events we're looking to plan, and we could take polls as to what to host.
Okay.
I think that I bring a ton of experience to student council. And one thing that has to be noted is that to run student council, you do need some level of knowledge as to what the position is. Not necessarily experience, but just a familiarity with running meetings, with running events, and I think I bring a lot of experience to that area in particular.
Similar to Clay, I feel the same about the chair position. it's a lot about being a leader and being able to speak effectively and connect with the students and as well as the rest of the student council members. And I feel that I provide a good and assertive voice to lead the student council and really get things done what the students want done.
Okay, great. So a lot of people, especially students, are unclear as to what sort of relationship they should have with the student council. And I was wondering what you think that relationship is and how students need to work on it and how the student council can work on it and in which direction should that relationship be headed. So Clay?
Well, I think the key issue that's always true with student council and the students' relationship is communication. And if elected the student chair, I will definitely try to continue the efforts of this year's student council to make a student council board in the cafeteria annex where we will post different projects, different activities, different legislation that we're trying to pass in student council. So I think communication is definitely a key issue with student council.
We also need to target certain people. Some people don't want to be involved or don't really care for what the student council is doing, and a lot of kids do. We need to focus our attention on the kids who do, and the kids who really have changes and ideas to give us.
And to the kids who don't quite, who aren't interested in student council or don't think it's effective, what would you say to them?
I would say we would give them, inform them and address what we're doing, and if they have an interest in it, they're more than welcome to contact us and give us suggestions.
Annie, what would you say to them?
Well, this year, some students actually started showing up to the student council meetings, a few seniors, and I think that them realizing like what we're actually doing, and although there may be small changes, they're pretty substantial, make the student life better. And I would say that for students to gain better knowledge about student council, it's our responsibility to be able to tell them what's going on and keep them more updated, and that's something that we need to work on.
I think the student council, the ideal student council, is just a branch of the students' own opinions and the students' own desires. So really, the student council is only what every single student really wants to make out of it. Our job is to bring up issues to the administration, bring up issues to faculty, and to try and solve different problems that the school might be having. So if kids are not interested in becoming involved with student council, I don't think it's necessarily the student council's job to make them interested. I think the student council is the mind of the student.
To kind of add on to that, I think that in order for the student council to be really effective, we need the support of the student body. And the student body needs to give us some feedback, because if they're not saying anything, then we have nothing to go on, and we need advice and opinions just like anyone else.
Those who also want to contribute need to know our positions as well as we do and what we can actually do, because that's very important.